Hey guys, King of Charmander here, to be your judge, your jury, and your analyst. And today I bring to you the most common team for Open Great League according to data. Out of whooping 2,000 battles, this thing comes out at like 3%, I believe. And it's not really a surprise. No, seriously, this is the Bastion Medicham core with Sableye Safe Switch. You've probably seen this before, and I'm not going to go too into it because I've literally analyzed this team like 15 times. You know, things get old. Like actually, no, the rewinder doesn't get old. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, I actually enjoyed putting your tape recorder in, you know, putting the tape in, and then like you just like smack it down and it starts rewinding. I miss those days. Now you got DVDs. Now we have streaming. So, man, if you know what I'm talking about, yeah, those were the good days. I rewinded Lion King like 50 times. I swear, I love that freaking Disney movie. Anyways, as you see here, this team is really good. A for coverage, bulk, and consistency, despite the fact that Walrein now runs the meta. Well, not really runs the meta, as you see here. When things get up bad, so I still think Walrein, it still is overrated. The thing that Walrein caused was the shift in everything else. So because Walrein shifted everything else, that means everything is good. That everything was good. Walrein is basically like freaking Obama Snow. Just Obama Snow with like an earthquake. And that's pretty much it. Obama Snow with earthquake, you're still weak to fighters, etc. And you don't resist ground types, but it doesn't really matter because ice beats ground anyway. So it's literally an Obama Snow, a bulkier Obama Snow with earthquake. So yeah. And just because it's popular, like I mentioned, it just shifted a ton of things around because you probably see more fighters. What's hilarious is I literally beat the same team 3 times on their shoutcast, despite the fact I have Bastion in the lead. So, if you lose the lead, you say switch in the Bastion, and then Medicham closes out. That's generally how you play this team. If you like it, you could sacrifice Medicham, but you will see just why Sableye is such a goated safe switch. And arguably one of the most powerful safe switches of all time since Season 1, or since its release, in fact. It's been an absolute nightmare and has been destroying everybody's souls and returning your elo to you, not in a good way. As you see, despite the fact that this little shift with Walrein, this team is still super meta and still has a relatively low threat score. Medicham Bastion core is still obscenely powerful and will still get you W's in Open Great League. So as the most common team in Go Battle League, it's not a surprise because, again, this was the most powerful team statistically at one point. And yeah, people just went back to it. And it beats Walrein lead, so there you go. Anyways, my mental health tip for the day. I actually don't have, well, I do have one to give you a little more clarity, but this is only for everyone in the United States. Sorry guys, everybody else. So for my mental health tip of the day that might help you out a little bit is that the federal government is actually shipping 4 free COVID tests for free. So that information's on my link below. All you have to do is go on that link, USPS, send in your information, and they'll send you 4 free COVID tests, and it's 1 per household. So 1 per household, 4 free COVID tests right there. You know how I get that information? Because I'm a therapist. So they sent that to us. I already put it in my order, but if you're watching this video, just click the link below, send in your address, and then poof. Yes, it's legit. I already went on there, checked it myself. It's the United States Postal Service. As much as I hate USPS because I used to work logistics at the United States Air Force, they're sending us some free freaking COVID test kits, so I'll take it. So that's my mental health tip for the day because that will give you a little more clarity. If you can't afford test kits because they're too expensive, or to just give you that extra peace of mind, especially during these times with the coronavirus pandemic, please make sure you, in fact, just go down. Again, it's totally free. All they ask you is your name, your address. Anything like same thing you would get if you're buying off Amazon. So just to give you that extra clarity, and by the way, it's totally free, just like liking and subscribing to this channel, but I'm going to say that later again. So again, just go below, click on that link, get your 4 free COVID tests from the United States government. Again, this is only for the United States of America. As for everybody else, for your peace of mind, just make sure you are quarantined, make sure you're staying healthy, and make sure you drink a lot of boba. I'm just kidding. Make sure you drink like a lot of orange juice, loading up on vitamin C, making sure you're keeping yourself healthy so that you are able to... This is going to go by eventually, but you know what I mean? Coronavirus probably isn't going to wait for a while, so we just got to deal with it. But again, make sure you get your 4 free test kits if you live in the United States. And without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here are the battles. You can tell I don't play Bastion a lot, but as you see, this is why Bastion's gonna Bastion. You practically whip that Skarmory in half, And as you see here, our opponent just switches into a Trevenant. You already know what happens. So I kind of misplay here a little bit. I shouldn't have fired Foul Play right away. I should have got a little extra energy. But this is how overpowered an XL Sableye is. So you fire off the Foul Play. Watch what's going to happen. So this goes through, and then we're going to attempt to get to 2 Foul Plays. Firing at the right interval, and then you're going to see me just like poof. Okay, so 1 doesn't go through, so we're fine. But, like I mentioned, XL Sableye is freaking overpowered. So, despite the fact that my HP is so freaking low, watch what's going to happen here. Sableye actually is able to get to its 2nd freaking Foul Play. And in my brain is like, you know what? I could have actually got 3 if I overcharged, but maybe not, like, depending on how that matchup played off with, like, extra energy on that Trev. You already know what's going to happen. All we're going to do is send in the big, mean Bastiodon machine. Triceratops, Blue Ranger, Billy got destroyed, by the way. Well, if you watch the Power Rangers, y'all know who Billy is. And yes, I'm a Power Rangers nerd. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is the shizness, by the way. No one can tell me otherwise. Speaking of shizness, watch what happens here. Okay, so we get DD into Bastion, right? Who the hell made this team? And I don't know why. You probably think you're super spicy. You're like, oh my god, look, I made something that's viral and that's people are going to use it for clicks or likes. Here's what happens. Okay, so if your opponent calls the return wrong, or if you're the one using this team, here's what happens. I can actually Shadow Claw you down as long as nothing goes through shields. So all I'm going to do is shield this Weather Ball, and then because Charm is a 3-turn move and Shadow Claw is a 2-turn move, I should be able to get that Shadow Claw through, and then I keep alignment. So I won switch, which is hilarious. Here's the funny part. With this team, you actually have a really hard time against DD with Bastion and Medicham. But I can still win, because you know why? All of you that are trying to copy whoever the heck made this team has that stupid walrus in the back, and we're all, and this is absolutely hilarious how I'm able to find a win con with this, because my brain is like, wait a minute, you're not switching out of this, which means whatever you have doesn't like Bastiodon and Medicham. Why do I know this? Because I'm like, my brain is like, you know what, this is literally like, yeah, I mean, this team is so freaking common. It was literally the #1 team in Open Great League at one point. And I'm like, wow, people are trying to do this, like, I don't know. Anyways, you're just going to fire a bunch of ice punches. As you see, we're behind shields anyways. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be a scenario. When I was doing this, I was like, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a situation where, like, this person isn't going to blow any of their shields. Are they going to try to be really spicy or something like that? And with shield advantage, they probably have a Walrein in the back. I'm like, you have a Walrus in the back, don't you? And they do have a Walrus in the back. And the Shadow Walrus, which is freaking hilarious. Because even if you have 2 shields, Bastiodon can just smack you down. And if I get 1 through your fire, because Earthquake takes long to charge, even if you do got that Powder Snow buff, this is GG's. All I'm going to do is shield this. You probably should have baited. But despite that fact, because you weren't ballsy enough, you just get smacked down. Like Friday Night SmackDown. Jeff Hardy is no longer in the WWE, and that makes me really sad. That makes me really sad. Man, I was looking forward to hearing No More Words. I freaking love End Ever After. I love that song. For those of you that know what I'm talking about, rest in pieces. They always get it wrong, and Vince McMahon doesn't need to be back on TV. That's just me as a wrestling fan. Anyways, the reason why I'm not focusing on the Shoutcast, because this is the same exact team. My brain was like, I know what this team is. And I'm like, this can't be the same one. As you see, they shield the return this time around, but it's not going to matter. And you're going to see why. This is the same exact team. All I have to do is send in Bastiodon, smack this thing down to 100 energy. And like I mean, Vince McMahon don't need to be on TV. Bro, just give the brand over to someone else. You are ruining your product. Literally, just let Triple H do his thing. It's like anime. Imagine if Demon Slayer had a really crappy animator, and like instead of the new thing they're doing, it's so gory, and I freaking love it. It's amazing. Imagine if someone was like, you know what, let's not do this like really gory and like, you know, killing the thing. Let's change it to something else. I'd be really disappointed. But it's freaking amazing. That's WWE in a nutshell. Except they're not doing something amazing. They're going back to where, seriously, bro, like, dang, man, just retire. Like, just do it. Just do it. For those of you that are like King of Charmanders, it's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. Dang it. What is not okay is also we have Deoxy's defense versus a Walrein in the back. Our opponent elects a Psycho Boost here, and my brain is like, why would you do that? You're better off just like, for those of you that are using Psycho Boost, there are a lot of fancy plays you could do with it. You don't need to fire the first one right away, especially when it comes to a Medicham, which you can literally tank a bazillion moves. My opponent's lose con here was the fact that they didn't know that and didn't go to 100 with Psycho Boost. You could go to 100 and you switch out, and you even call the freaking Psychic wrong, and now this is totally GG's, and now you just quit out. But you're using someone else's team, so yay. I'm using a team that's literally been here forever, and the team that's been here forever, despite losing a lead against your Noodle arms, Noodles are amazing by the way, I'm still beating you, which is hilarious. So you already know how this episode goes. We switch out into Sableye. Our opponent attempts to catch. I'm literally showing you like 3 different scenarios on how to beat that DD team. So yeah. I mean, yeah. As you see, return goes to the shields as usual. Here's what happens though. Because that charm went through, I actually get charmed down and lose a line. But that's okay. Because all we're going to do is send down Bastiodon and we're just going to smack you down in the face. So I'm going to send in Bastiodon. If I have a hint of what this team is, because this is the 5th time I faced this team today, there should be a Walrein in the back. And I guess that's why this team works still. The Bastiodon Medicham core with Sableye in the back, just because of the fact that Medicham is such a beast. So this is freaking... It's really sad. I'm just saying. What the heck, man? Thunderbolt goes through. Okay, fine. You're going to Thunderbolt me. That's funny. That's funny. We're going to fire off this Stone Edge. Our opponent either going to shield or not elect to shield. But because we already know there's a Walrein in the back, all we have to do is just save Medicham to smack the crap out of it. We're going to punch it in the face and leave it down to death. So as you see, we're going to switch out to Medicham. We're going to expend both of our shields. And then we should be able to pick out some kind of win condition. If I know there's a Walrein in the back, I'm going to be like, okay, you know what? You got a Walrein in the back. You're probably not going to switch out. I'm trying to gather a little more energy here, though. I'm going to fire off this Ice Punch. Hopefully, I can grab both shields, because ideally what I'd like to do is have both shields down, and then I'm going to be able to Psychic for the victory. And our opponent elects to shield. I'm going to shield this one as well, and I'm probably going to see the Walrein shot into me. So, as you see here, welcome Walrein. Here's the problem though, I get to a Psychic. So when shields are down and I go for a Psychic, especially since that's the Shadow version, this does big damage. All I gotta do is punch you once and then you go down. So, bye-bye, bye Walrein. We know you're overpowered, but for some odd reason, the #1 team as before is still freaking really good. And all we're gonna do is just Ice Punch here. I can send in Bastion and smack this thing down, and that's GG's. Behold. That's what you do against fighters. Same typical way you play this team even from before. Safe switch into Sableye, then you just realign. And then Bastiodon Medicham core is just freaking overpowered, as you see here. It's another GG's. And for the final action, we've had and you know what's funny? It's been like, yeah, this is the 3rd straight legend and 2 straight, you know what? Shame. Shame. It's like Game of Thrones. Shame. 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 Don't use that team. It's factually bad. Look what you're dying to. A Bastiodon. Speaking of Walrein, hello, Seal. Here's what happens. They're going to probably blow, like, just straight Earthquake, blow both shields, and then I'm just going to smack you down. Smack you down. Just literal smack you down, Stone Edge, break both shields, and they're probably either one going to keep alignment or they're going to let Stone Edge through. In this case, they're going to let Stone Edge through. So all we're going to do in this scenario is just continue to smack the unholy crap out of this poor little freaking Walrein. Today, it is not summer. Well, you know, you break the ice. Get it? Break the ice. Break the ice. Bye-bye, Walrein. And then we get a Drapion sent into me, and my brain is like, wait, what do I do? I say switch it to Sableye, and mistakes were definitely made. You're probably like, what the hell, King of Charmanders? You just sent a Sableye into a Shadow Drapion. I know I did. And that's why my brain is like, what the hell did I just do? Why didn't I just switch into Medicham? No, literally, why did I just switch into Medicham? I just literally sacrificed my Sableye to the gods. But I'm so good at this game, I'm still gonna win. And you'll see why. I'm gonna send in Medicham, and all I'm gonna do is Ice Punch. Hopefully I get one through. And for some odd reason, I'm not getting any counters through shield, like, literally. I'm like, my brain's like, wow, okay. Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna fire off the Ice Punch. My opponent could probably switch out, but strangely enough, they're not switching out. And my brain is like, why? I'm like, you probably have something that doesn't like Bastion. As you see, I combo in here. This is really sexy. Even though it's a freaking Bastion. You combo in with a stupid Bastion. Take out the freaking Drapion. You lose all that energy. We know we got a Walrein. What else do you have in the back? And it's a Beedrill. And my brain is like, oh god. So if this Beedrill has Bro Run, I'm dead. But why wouldn't you? Yeah, if this Beedrill has Drill Run, you are dead. But look at this, they don't have Drill Run. And my brain is like, oh my god, are you serious, dude? Like, really, bro? Like, holy mother of mercy. So GG's. 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 And then our opponent quits out because Walrein's gonna get smacked down. You don't want to be another highlight on the next wrestling show. So that's GG's. I hope y'all enjoyed those battles. And that's GG's. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Whoever made that team, you're clickbait. And yeah, freaking, no, seriously, it's sad just how I shouldn't, theoretically shouldn't beat that team, theoretically, but, you know, people don't really, you know, when you don't know how to play Psycho Boost DD that well, that's what happens to you. But you know what? Your misery is my elo, or salvaging my elo for the shoutcast. So there you go. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. This team is still ridiculously powerful. Bastion Lee is amazing. You could probably put Medicham in front as well. It would do a service to you. Well, either one works, just because when you have Medicham in front, you could take on the fighters like you did here. But as you see, it doesn't really matter which one goes, because the Medicham Bastion Don core is just so overpowered. Again, do me a favor, please like and subscribe, but also make sure you visit the description and you get your free COVID test kits, okay? For those of you living in the United States. I'm going to say that again, just so that, there you go. There you go. And also, if you would do me a huge favor, next to these two Charmanders, since I gave you these information, please like and subscribe. It's totally free. Make sure you go to your description below. You go to the description below, get your free COVID test kits if you haven't already. And, you know, like and subscribe is totally free. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button. Put your mouse over that little box at the bottom right that says subscribe. And poof, you could easily subscribe from the side, the sub tab that pops up. Really appreciate my current subscribers. Good luck on your Go Battle League sets. And I will see you guys on the next video.